Alright, I'm trying a completely different recording method here
Good luck with that.
because my headset microphone no longer works, so I've brought back the old blue snowball. And speaker is coming from the headset, so we'll see what happens as we progress in this prediction video. But I have two guests with me. I will let them introduce themselves right now.
Should I go first?
That's cool because it's almost like the police car is like your intro.
Yeah,
Nice.
right?
I'm not James. Don't arrest me.
I'm not blah. You can't arrest me for having no dick.
Did they here have a small?
The small dick squad.
Yep. But yeah, this is pika. No wrestling guy for today. Just serious pika.
No wrestling god. What the? Why?
You have an off switch?
Because I want to impress this chick that's gonna watch our videos now.
Oh.
So.
I'm gonna laugh if it's a dude.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Get a bitch.
And she whooped out the dick. It was big.
And the other person is Sir Robert Byrum. You may know him from the Yu-Gi-Oh world, but wrestling too.
Yep.
So let's begin. What's the kick-off or pre-show?
The WWE Tag Team Championship match: The Usos versus The Shield.
What is? Wait, the Shield is all about justice. How are they going to sit here and accept this horrible injustice
I know.
of putting them on the kickoff instead of on the main card? What the fuck?
To be honest,
actually a common response to that.
What, the fact Shield being not on the main card?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not as big of a what the fuck moment as Dolph Ziggler losing the World Heavyweight title in his first ever title defense.
To be honest, the way they did it, I don't really care. Because they did it like so perfectly. And in storyline wise, it was actually a good idea of how they did it. Because, because when Dolph cashed in his Money in the Bank, Bert Derry had like a leg injury, a foot injury or whatever. Yeah. And then, Dolph had a concussion and he worked on the head. So storyline wise, that was actually a good choice that how they did it. But yeah. And plus him being face now, we expect him to get the title back like soon.
I actually predict Dolph will get it back tonight, or well, technically tomorrow night.
No, this will be uploaded the night of the pay-per-view, so tonight.
Okay, whatever.
Yep, tonight.
And hell, in about 30 minutes, it will be tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
What a coincidence.
Exactly.
I actually don't think this is a good match to have for a kickoff. I wouldn't even put this on a pay-per-view card because of the fact that there's no storyline build-up to this. Because, I mean, the Shield has jumped the Usos in the past, but they haven't done it here lately or anything. And now it's just like, okay, challenge for the tag titles, and there's nothing there.
You can say the same thing about half of Team Hell No's title defenses, though.
Yeah, that's true, too. They just really are neglecting the tag division, which is sad.
They were so happy when the Shield became the tag team champions, but they forgot that the tag team titles mean fuck all, and they will be treated like they mean fuck all. So, in a way, the Shield is kind of being buried by having the tag team titles. The only one who's really shining right now is Dean Ambrose.
Because yeah.
But then again, Ambrose is being weighed down by the U.S. title, too.
Yeah, but not as badly as the tag team title.
This is true as well.
Well, the problem that I have in this match is basically why is it like on the pre-show? Like, I would rather have like the IC title being on the pre-show than the WWE title match. Because like no one really cares to see Miz and... Okay, maybe some people care about Curtis, but like, I don't know. But... I feel like the Shield are still like important to the WWE, and they have a daunting task ahead of them to make these titles matter again. This match would help, and if like the Shield would retain, maybe they would have like a rematch at like SummerSlam and add a stipulations that can actually like make the WWE title important, the WWE Tag Team title important. So That's my thoughts about the match. So yeah, I'm gonna book the Shield winning, but like expect the Usos getting another title shot in SummerSlam. That would actually be on the card. We hope.
No, and it would be a kickoff again.
No, I don't think WWE does 2 kickoffs in a row.
Oh, really? They've been doing kickoffs for how many months now?
Of the same match.
I know what you meant.
Okay. Get that water out of here. So yeah.
I'm sorry. Just your jizz is kind of hard to get out, you faggot.
So yeah.
Well, technically, wouldn't that make me the fag? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It isn't gay unless the balls touch.
Exactly. Thank you for pointing that out.
You know, like I don't know what we do without you, Robert. Like, oh my god.
Without Robert, I just would have buried myself worse than the tag team titles are. Alright, I'm also going to say the Shield wins just because it's the Usos. I know they're a good team, but there's no build-up to it, so what's the point?
Well, to be honest, I'm surprised the Usos are maintaining their momentum. Like, I thought they were going to, like, push them, like, all to hell and be like, oh, they're a crowd favorite tag team and all, and then they get, like, buried by the Wyatt family. But to be honest, they're maintaining their momentum. That's what I kind of like about the Usos. But yeah, just had to put that out there.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but I don't know. It's the Usos. They're not really going to get the titles this soon.
Yeah, they're gonna probably
at least not without pissing off a good majority of wrestling fans.
To be honest,
then again, whoever beats the Shield will feel the wrath of the
Actually,
IWC.
it depends on who does beat the Shield, because there's some team ups you can come up with where people would be like, okay, that's legit, or something along those lines. But like honestly, Swagger and Cesaro, I could see beating the Shield, and not a lot of people would be pissed about that.
Well, they do have Zeb Coulter, who's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
But I'm also siding with Shield just because I don't see Usos getting the titles.
Exactly.
And also, we believe in the Shield.
I don't.
You don't believe in the Shield?
Not the current Shield. The Shield of a few months ago, I believed to hell and back. But now that they've actually been humanized, there's not as much special about them.
Speaking of humanized, Ryback's humanized.
Yeah.
Feelings.
Yeah.
Mixed feelings?
Mixed feelings.
No, I thought Robert just said he has mixed feelings about
No, I said he has feelings.
Oh, what a bitch.
Yeah. So yeah, that means we have to go on to the Ryback and Chris Jericho match now.
Yep, which is the next one.
Yep.
In other words, the match that's going to solidify...
Nothing.
No, it's actually the match that's going to solidify Chris Jericho as a worthless talent. Because Ryback is finally going to get his pay-per-view victory that has eluded him for almost a year.
It's been actually a year that he hasn't had a pay-per-view victory. I think Ryback will win it too, but not because it's an undeserving thing or the whole year shit. I literally think because of the Chris Benoit incident that happened on the anniversary of his death that Jericho did is why he's going to job to Ryback tomorrow. Well, at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Well, that's a really stupid reason to give Ryback a win.
It might be stupid to us, but it's happened throughout wrestling's history. I mean, look at Triple H. When he did the curtain call, he was forced to lose for an entire year because
he was jobbing to everybody, especially the Ultimate Warrior, right?
So...
in the beginning of his career, yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yep. So yeah, my thoughts about this match is... Well, what could I say? Chris Jericho's like bulletproof. Like, is there anybody he won't put over?
No, he's not as bad as Kane in that regard.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
At least when Chris Jericho puts somebody over, they have a great match. Kane As much as I like Kane, not so much.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, but Chris Jericho is like one of the most important assets that WWE has right now because look at all the lists that like he actually made people put over. He put over like CM Punk, for example. He put over Dolph Ziggler as much as he could, and etc. Fandango. The list like was continued for all.
He's an important commodity in the WWE. Could have fooled me with how they use him.
Well,
I mean, granted, I know when you're at the tail end of your career, you're supposed to help bring up the new talent, but it's just sad to see.
Because of what it once was.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta add Ryback to that list now. Because
nobody gave a fuck about Ryback before his push, and nobody certainly gave a fuck about Ryback after the push.
To be honest, I think most people actually care about Ryback when he turned heel because I think he was like more bearable. Because I don't know, people are like, oh, he sucks on the mic. He needs like a manager and etc. And I think WWE's kind of hinting that too, because like the whole like Vicky Guerrero segment he had on Raw.
Yeah, Vicky getting fired. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Brad Max, the new GM of Raw.
Yeah, I think you all know my reaction to that.
Vince was like, fuck you, WWE Universe. You wanted Vicky gone, now you get this piece of shit.
I love Vince, man. The moment he said, Vicky didn't fail, each and every one of you.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my god, Invasion, 2001. When he said it was all your faults and etc. We're basically getting heel McMahon now, which is freaking amazing. And I kind of see that he's getting that pompadour again.
The pompadour.
Yes.
The fucking pompadour.
That fucking legendary pompadour that he used to fire people with.
Yes.
You can tell that's a heel turn coming when you see the pompadour coming back.
Yeah, right? Oh, God.
Well, what can I say about Ryback? Ryback has been in pay-per-view main events, but his value has dropped in recent months due to like fucking all his losses.
Honestly, I feel bad for Ryback for all the shit that's happened to him because, I mean, his plans throughout this year have been flip-flopped about 12 different frickin' times, and they've gone from such extremes as him winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania to him beating John Cena at the 3 Stages of Hell, and it just keeps changing on him so bad, and I don't even think that WWE knows what the hell they want to do with him.
They put him in a loop, like a stupid loop, first of all. Like, they should have just... I feel like, even though, like, as much as I like Ryback heel, Ryback currently right now is, like, portrayed as a pussy and not that badass. I think, like, he lost his badassness in a freaking ambulance. But, I feel like his heel turn was rushed. Like, they should have, like, slowly
and his reason for turning heel also was
that was a stupid reason too. You weren't there for me. I'm 390 pounds and I buried jobbers all 2012 and I just can't handle the Shield because apparently they're enhancement talent to me.
They're enhancement jobbers. They're jobbers who can actually fight back. What is this?
Like, I tried shell-shocking them, and you know what that got me? A big fat spear.
Exactly.
And lots of tables.
And lots of tables.
And duct tape.
And duct tape. And wait, what?
Forget the duct tape.
I thought Cena was the master of duct tape.
He is.
I'm still waiting on my dream match, the handicap match where it's Big Show and Batista against the roll of duct tape at WrestleMania. No match.
Man, you're invested into that match, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. That's gonna
He's invested. Yep.
Be the greatest fight of those two men's life.
And they'll still lose by disqualification.
Yep.
The duct tape will pull the 5 moves of doom.
Yeah, and beat them.
I don't even know what those 5 moves are because it's a roll of duct tape, but we will see all 5 moves connect.
No, it's simple. This is the 5 moves of doom for the duct tape. It comes out of the package. Seam, you pull the duct tape, you wrap the duct tape around, and then you cut it off and seal it. That's the 5 moves of doom for the duct tape.
giving the We Hate John Cena idea since 2013.
Yeah, right.
But my short takes about this match is I think we all said that freaking Ryback's gonna win this much, but I'm pretty sure that the hardcore fans are gonna be like, oh, Chris Jericho deserves this win, but he's being punished. So.
Honestly, I do think Jericho wins or should win because the fact that how they're making Ryback's character, and I mean, the whole thing where he quit in the middle of the match with Miz. Like, that was a first. No one's ever done that shit before.
Exactly.
And it makes you look like a huge puss when it comes to that fact. And it's just literally, you're ruining a character, but at the same time, you're going to try and make us believe that, it's still the overpowering, awesome guy that just ran through people for a freaking year and all that other crap.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel sorry for Ryback, but at the same time, at least he's not Zack Ryder.
Oh, God, yeah.
I feel sorry for Ryback, but I feel even more sorry for his fans.
Are you pulling a Don Tony now?
No, Don Tony can suck a chode.
Yeah.
Actually, let me rephrase that. I don't hate Don Tony.
Yeah.
Don Tony.
Just
But
call him.
I prefer Salamonster.
Because he's freaking Mr. Positive. Actually, he's not Mr. Positive. He's just Mr. Journalist.
Mr. Brother!
Mr. Brother!
Suck my big brother! It's
Yeah,
just annoying.
Yeah.
It's just annoying to listen to.
Let's just call him like freaking a version of freaking Paul Heyman and Bubba Ray together.
Oh God.
I think that's how he sounds, to be honest. He has
That's scary.
I know.
Very, very scary. Alright, what's the next match? I think we talked about Ryback and Jericho a lot longer than we needed to.
I know. But the next match is the Divas Championship match. AJ Lee, champion versus Caitlyn. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts?
For once, I actually give a fuck about a Divas title match.
Oh, you got time for that?
I got time for it. Not only do I got time for it, I'm a DVR that shit so I can watch it over and over again.
In case of any nip slips.
In case of the nip slips and just to stare at that ass.
Both
of those asses, actually.
Both of those asses. Yep. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts about the build and etc.?
Awesome. Probably the best built match on the card.
And that's
in
really
my
sad.
opinion. That's sad, but
sad,
at the
actually.
same time, it's good for the Divas division that they have a story going on right now that people actually give a fuck about. That's an accomplishment for WWE.
And plus, knowing what they did on Friday, because I don't think Silver saw what happened on Friday, I think he would be more invested to the match than what he is right now. Because, holy shit, a contract signing for a Divas title match? What is this, freaking Lita versus Trish Stratus again?
I know, right? Is it gonna close out the pay-per-view? Is it gonna be the main event?
Who knows, man? Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if they're going in this route that they could actually main event a Raw. Because, freaking if Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton can main event a Raw and not have, a segment. Because, usually all Raws end with a segment, then a match. Then we can have, a Divas title match or a Divas match on freaking Raw. That would be freaking amazing on a main event. But we can only wish, man. We can only wish.
You can only wish. I wouldn't wish for that on my worst enemy.
So you'd rather have a lame segment than tits and ass?
Not all those segments have been lame, to be fair.
Yeah, these past Raws were good, right? But I'm just talking about
in general, I agree with you.
Yeah, in general.
This build-up, that is all.
Okay, so yeah, what are my thoughts about the matches? When Kayla lost,
AJ's retaining.
Yeah.
I just gotta throw that out there.
Yeah. And my thoughts are, when Kayla lost the Divas title at Payback, she did a great job making me invested in what happens next. So I'm happy to see that there's a Divas title match on a pay-per-view, and also that I'm also thinking that AJ is just gonna retain with her submission that she calls the Black Widow, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah, that is a nice submission. Just that view of that ass.
Exactly.
It's enough.
Okay, I'm going to give a high five to the creative person who told her to do that move. I'm going to give a high five.
Yes.
Good job. It's probably Zep Culture, It's probably Zep Culture. Or Paul Bear. Oh, I was about to say Paul Bear. Paul Heyman.
Paul Bearer staring at that ass from beyond the grave.
Oh!
Too soon?
Take it off! Show me that ass!
You know what? I thought
Show me that ass!
You know what? I thought CM Punk was a psychopath, but you give like psychopath a new meaning.
But we already know I'm certified.
Yes.
Bonafide.
So yeah, Rob, who you gonna think is gonna win? AJ? Rob?
Roberto.
Oh, I didn't. I thought he said Silver.
No, Roberto.
I already talked. Why would we go back to Silver?
I know, right? Like, fuck. Who wants Silver?
Fuck if I know. Yeah, I think AJ's going to retain. I think it'll lead up to a third matchup between the two of them.
Yeah, at SummerSlam, yeah. I hope they have a actual... Like, I hope it's not the pre-show. Let's just pray it's not the pre-show.
It won't be.
Okay.
I think they've invested too much into it for it to be a pre-show.
Exactly.
Yep. So, what's the next match?
The Miz versus Curtis Axel for the Intercontinental title.
This match should be on the pre-show, but yeah, continue.
I actually disagree because this is another thing they've put stock into.
Yeah, they've been pushing Curtis Axel a lot, but The Miz,
they've been pushing Axel a lot, but when face to face in Miz's defense, it's kind of like that thing where it's like, okay, I have to really test myself this time to prove all my naysayers wrong, and that's what Axel's got to look at now, because Miz basically just said that the only reason why you got the Intercontinental title and everything is because of everything that your dad did, and you're basically living in your dad's shadow, not what you personally can do.
Good argument.
I never thought of it that way. Yeah, continue.
And really, you got to sit and think, like, okay, yeah, Axel's great. He's done all this shit so far, but has he really truly been tested 1v1, and not in so much respect where the outcome relied solely on Paul Heyman?
Well,
not yet.
That's my point. He's never really had that happen yet, and that's what everyone's waiting on.
Well, Miz would be a good test.
Yeah.
Despite, popular opinion.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like Curtis is gonna like freaking. I think this match might be like a match of the night possibility.
Nah.
It has. I don't know. Could be.
I believe it could be a sleeper match.
I was about to say, CM Punk's on the card. There's no way that...
Yeah, Punk's in the card, but he's also in the Money in the Bank match.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what? Say what you will about Money in the Bank, they've almost always been entertaining.
Yep. If you like Spot Fest.
Nothing wrong with a good spot now and then.
Yep. I know. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that Curtis Axel is gonna win because WWE's invested in him, and the whole storyline saying that he's living in his father's shadow. I kind of doubt that because this man was talented even when he was Michael McGillicuddy. Just Paul Heyman gave him that little push and a little name change to just put him in current WWE product, and I feel like he's gonna run with the ball and he's gonna have the IC title, and he's the first father-son IC title thingy ever in WWE, so that's something that's so cool.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, but yeah, my thoughts: Curtis Axel is gonna win this. And by the way, I forgot to mention all the Curtis Axel victories that he had, even though they never booked him as that strong guy, how Brock Lesnar was a Paul Heyman guy, and he used to just mutilate people, destroy people, win cleanly, and etc. Instead of giving him that kind of thing, they gave him the epic moment in the match where he just pulls off the epic win. At first it's count out, etc. But that win he did on Money Back and Payback, was so freaking amazing. Like 3 or 4 pinning
It's
thingies.
the same way that they did with his father.
Really?
Yeah.
No, he won the title like that?
He didn't win the title like that, but I'm saying the way he's been winning. Like where
like his
he'll
father.
pull
Yeah,
off the upset victory.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I told Silver a lot. I'm invested in this kid, and I feel like this guy will have a bright future. And like a few more years, I believe he will be WWE champion. Without a doubt.
I'm so glad you said year, because if you said a few more months, I was going to have to slap the shit out of you.
To be honest, I wouldn't even care a few more months. To be honest, but I'm just gonna say year just not to piss you off.
On my account, I actually think that Curtis should have been in the Money in the Bank match. To be honest, instead of defending the Intercontinental title on that.
I agree. You know why? Because like freaking Fandango was supposed to win the IC title. You know that, right? But then with the whole concussion thing, they're like, oh, let's give it to Curtis Axel, and he can have like an IC match on the program of The Miz, and we'll put Fandango in that freaking Money in the Bank. So I feel like they swapped roles. So yeah, which is freaking retarded. But yeah,
It's retarded, but what are you gonna do?
I don't care. I like Fandango. I feel like he's a great, I don't know, talent.
I think Axel's going to win, but it's going to be at the cost of Paul Heyman getting involved in some way.
Or lose by disqualification.
Or maybe this is like too much for the WWE creative, but maybe he gets a clean win with the perfect plex. Is that too hard? I think that's too hard.
Yeah, because Perfect Plex sucks.
What the fuck did you just say? No, wait, what the?
I said, let me clear my throat for a second.
Alright.
The Perfect Plex sucks.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I believe they call this a jobber theme.
What the fuck did you say?
I was just going to say, it's called losing your subscribers theme, but...
That too.
Okay, was it the airplane effect that pissed you off?
No, it was John Cena winning the Royal Rumble and then The Rock winning the WWE title. That pissed me off.
No, what pissed you off really bad was when I started playing their themes in the chat.
No, on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, yeah, that pissed me off some of the fears.
Especially when it came to a winning theme and it switched to John Cena's.
Yeah, fuck you!
No, I think the worst part was when me and Bumble were singing the theme song too.
Yeah, Bumble didn't even know who half of those people were, and he still knew what was going on.
Rock. He knows Cena and Rock.
Yeah.
But still,
true,
remember.
He does know Cena and Rock.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we talked too much about this match. Curtis Axel's winning it. Anonymous choice, whatever. Next match.
Yeah, Curtis winning. What is the next match, actually?
The World Heavyweight Championship match. Wait, what? No, actually, no. The
World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank.
Yeah, Money in the Bank, yeah.
In other words, Jobberfest!
Why so negative, Silver? This is probably the match I'm kind of looking for.
Who were the names in the match?
You don't know the names?
I don't... refresh my memory.
Okay,
one at a time.
Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, Dean Ambrose, Fandango,
Jobber,
Jack Swagger, and Antonio Cesaro.
Okay, one out of them ain't bad.
To be honest, you're calling them jobbers, but when that jobber...
I only called Fandango a jobber, just to piss you off.
I don't care if we call Fandango a jobber, because...
Incidentally enough, I think he's going to win this one.
Exactly.
And the whole reason why is just because that whole Fandangoing shit is just all over the place.
Not really anymore.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, you'd be surprised too. I think he turned face for some reason. Because, like, ever since he made his return after his concussion, he never did anything so heely at all. He didn't even say, the name is Fandango. He just said Fandango, and the crowd just, says Fandango with him. And as you said, I was like, oh, man, everybody in this match are heels. And you're like, nope, Fandango's a crowd favorite. And you're kind of right about that.
I just think that he'll win it just to boost the whole wave that they got going on, since everyone is pro Fandango right now.
And to be honest, as much as like it seems like I'm a Fandango fan at all, I'll be pissed if Fandango wins. To be honest, knowing the great talent that are in this match, like Damian Sandow and fucking Cody Rhodes and Wade freaking Barrett, man, this guy lost his stock like fucking ever since he had that freaking elbow injury.
Honestly, I think Barrett might get it if Fandango doesn't. I'm gonna say Barrett because of the fact that he really had some good matches while he was Intercontinental Champ. Even though some of them was with Bocce Kingston and some of them were even on the pre-show WrestleMania, but they were still good matches nonetheless. And he's got a lot of gifts to him, and they could really go and use him extremely well if they wanted to. But at the same time, I think this would be the big moment that he would need to put him to the next level.
Yep, I agree.
So yeah, my picks is Fandango and then Wade Barrett as well as a secondary pick.
What was I about to say about Wade Barrett again? Oh yeah, freaking the ovation he got when he won back the IC title was actually beautiful. Like freaking like everybody was like pro Barrett.
The night after Mania?
Yeah, it was pro
Well,
Barrett.
he got an ovation when he knocked out Fandango on Raw this last week.
Huh.
Oh yeah, he did. And then everybody started laughing, and that was like one hell of a segment there, because Fandango was like, "Fan, don't do it. Fan, don't do it. Fan, don't do it." And then, Fan, done.
Pow.
Pow. Not even pow. Boom. It's in his fucking theme song.
Bullhammer.
Bill Hammer. Yep. And then everybody started laughing, and that was like a highlight segment on Raw.
Nice.
Actually, one of the best segments I've ever seen. Actually, I'm going to say it's the third best segment of the night, because I have to give number one to Wyatt family. But yeah. Okay, so
we
my
can talk
picks
about the Wyatt family when we get to the WWE title, Money in the Bank.
Yeah, so wait, what are your thoughts about this match, Silver?
I kind of agree with Bobby in that my number one choice is going to be Wade Barrett, but I kind of, in terms of a dark horse, I would kind of have to go Damian Sandow, because I really like his work in the ring. He's not a bad talker at all. He's pretty entertaining when he was doing the intellectual challenges with Sheamus. And he needs a good push. And there's really no bigger push that he can get right now than winning Money in the Bank, even if he doesn't cash it in for a while. Mm-hmm. I would want to see one of those two win. Or, if he shaves the mustache, it could go to Cody Rhodes, but...
Seriously, that mustache didn't, catch on to you? Because I'm used to it.
It looks stupid, I'm sorry.
Well, can't the guy grow a mustache from crying out loud?
He can grow a mustache all he wants. I'm not going to tell him he can't, but...
Okay, then.
It doesn't mean I have to like it.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, who did you choose again? Your pick?
For my number one pick was Wade Barrett. My dark horse pick is Damian Sandow.
Alright. So, yeah, what I think about the match... Well, what can you say about this match? It's filled with all heels and etc. So paying attention to I want to pay attention to what the crowd's gonna react to it. Being everybody's heel in this match, so you might get some Fandango cheers and maybe some Dean Ambrose cheers, because you never hear those, kind of. But
I would have picked Dean Ambrose, but he's currently the United States champion, and
yeah.
Another reason why I didn't pick Dean Ambrose is because they've already got him booked to face Christian for the U.S. title at SummerSlam.
What, the Dirt Sheet said that, or just who booked that match?
Does it matter? We get to see Christian fight for the United States title and job.
Yeah, fuck you. But
he got his one more match, but he won't deliver.
Yeah, so Ambrose is the U.S. champ, so him winning isn't necessary. Swagger and Cesaro, to me, would be better suited as a tag team, and them being chasing the gold. If Usos miraculously win it, who knows? But Barrett's a decent pick, and Rhodes and Sandow is a good pick too. But I feel like Sandow would be amazing winning the Money in the Bank, even though kind of break the whole Rhodes Scholars thing. Sandow winning it would actually be like, hey, you got so many bro kicks in the past. Now you finally get a Money in the Bank and you finally can shine. And with Cody Rhodes, like, I would want him to win it too, but the guy's young, you know. Like,
Sandow's actually done really good in the last couple segments with Sheamus, though.
Mm-hmm. And what I'm going to say is Rhodes is young. He'll win it next year, to be honest. And the thing is, like, if you told me right now that Cody Rhodes was actually like a world heavyweight or WWE material, I would actually kind of laugh because of how they're booking him right now. They're booking him as a joke, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let him get his buzz back.
They've been doing that for a long time. The only time he was really a legitimate draw and they were using his raw talent was when he was doing that whole face mask shit.
Yeah, I know. But if fucking Randy was like, nope, and breaks the mask with an RKO. So,
yep, and then gets buried.
Yeah. And about Fandango, he's my sleeper pick. Because I feel like, you know, Fandango fucking wins. Oh, Fandango. But, who I pick? Man, it's kind of hard. I'm going to say my number one pick. Actually, I forgot to mention this. Luckily, I remembered right now. You know the Wyatt family, like, made their debut on Monday Night Raw, right?
That's why I said we'll wait to talk about them when we get to the WWE title Money in the Bank match.
This is kind of similar to what I'm going to talk about right now, which is basically you have this stable, right, and you have the Shield stable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say, like, I'm just going to like say it right now, quick, before we get into the All-Star thing. Kane's injured, right? Wyatt can take that place, right? And let's say, for example, he wins the Money in the Bank for Raw. I know, like, crazy booking. But if freaking Ambrose wins the freaking SmackDown Money in the Bank, then we have two different heel stables having two different Money in the Banks. And then when they actually cross path, we can actually have, like, you know, freaking great matches right now. And actually turning the Shield into tweeners, because I don't think they'll be great being full-fledged faces. So them being tweener, and then them saying that we're the better stable because we have the Money in the Bank, and you're like, no, we're the better stable because we have the Money in the Bank, and they can have like a feud, and then like WWE never had like a great like stable feud because like they tried with the Core and Nexus, but then like all of a sudden like, oh, the Nexus, like they just basically didn't do anything about it. It was just like, oh, they just had a segment on Raw, and that's pretty much it. But if these two stables have a feud and it's kind of over like the Money in the Bank and etc., that's actually like gold TV in my opinion. But that's a far-fetched idea. I don't think WWE bookers would actually book that match. But I'm going to say my number one pick will be freaking Damien Sandow, and my number two pick will be Ambrose. And yeah, that was a mouthful, but yeah.
I love how, of all the people in the match, the two people that were talked about more than any of the others were Wade Barrett and Damien Sandow.
Because they deserved it. They paid their dues.
Exactly.
Like, you know, Cody Rhodes is a young guy, you know. Him, like, winning the world. Like, wait, how old is Cody Rhodes?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, he's like, I'm pretty sure he's like the youngest guy in the match, right? Pretty sure. But
I don't know. I would have thought Dean Ambrose was younger than Cody Rhodes.
No, I don't think Dean Ambrose is younger than Cody Rhodes. But also, we forgot to mention that in this match, there's actually like freaking Team Rhodes Scholars versus the Team We the People. So
Team We the People. What?
Team We the People.
When was this announced?
It wasn't announced. I just made it off the spot because I don't fucking know what their tag team name's gonna be.
Oh.
But to be honest, like the only person who actually wins this match, and I'm gonna freaking mark out and actually do like freaking 50 jumping jacks, is if Antonio Cesaro wins this match. Because if freaking Antonio Cesaro wins this match, oh my god, that'd be like the win of the year. To be honest, I don't. Yeah, like Cody Rhodes, he's like, yeah, Cody Rhodes won, but like freaking Antonio Cesaro jobbing to Bo Dallas and NXT fucking won SmackDown.
I wouldn't exactly call that a job. That was actually a good match.
It was a good match, but I don't know because like freaking Bo Dallas doesn't have a contract. He's just a developmental guy, and Tony Cesaro is like a freaking big player in WWE, and having him
big player, my ass.
Yeah, he is a big player in my opinion.
My ass.
Fuck your ass.
I know you want to, but no.
You know what? I think Robert would agree with me. Actually, I feel like he's one of those big players.
Do you actually think Antonio Cesaro is a big player right now, Robert?
Not right now, but he could be.
Yeah, he's gonna be. He's with Zeb Coulter, and everything good happens when you're with Zeb Coulter. I don't care what you guys say about that.
Which is why
I've actually got to bounce out, but the other predictions I've got, Cena retains probably via disqualification on Mark's part, and in the WWE Championship, Money in the Bank, I'm putting my money on RVD, and World Heavyweight title, I think Dolph's going to get it back.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I'll see you guys.
Later. But, yep.
What an asshole.
I know, right? He dipped us for what?
Probably for Bumble in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, wow.
Because he's an asshole.
Yep. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Roberto can suck my dick.
You know what? I fucking hate Roberto Del Rio.
Roberto Del Rio?
I fucking hate Roberto. I don't know why I had to get that out of my system, but whatever.
Glad you did.
So yeah, on to the next match, I guess. Oh yeah, the All-Star Money in the Bank, which is Randy Orton, RVD, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Christian, and Sheamus.
First of all, I think Robert is a fucking idiot for thinking RVD is going to win it. Actually, he's not really that much of an idiot, but...
But we hate him.
It would be stupid for RVD to win the Money in the Bank again. Especially when you have Daniel Bryan on the momentum he's in. And, you know, CM Punk. He's CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not even sure who I want to win this. Which is surprising, considering if you had asked me a few days ago, I would have clearly said Daniel Bryan's winning, no questions asked, but...
Knowing what he did on Monday or Night Raw.
Yeah, he pinned Sheamus.
No, not even that. What he was a good player in the freaking last segment of Raw. You know, him unhooking the thingy, Money in the Bank.
Oh.
You know, usually when you unhook the Money in the Bank, you don't think he's gonna do it twice. You know.
Mm.
But yeah, like, what's your thoughts into it, and who you think is gonna win?
I'm gonna give 3 picks instead of the normal 2 that I give for Money in the Bank. First is Daniel Bryan, because fuck, who's not gonna choose Daniel Bryan right now?
Mm-hmm.
With all the momentum he has.
Mm-hmm.
Second pick. That's the tough one, because my third pick is CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think Rob should win. Half because Robert Byrum said he's gonna win, and the other half is because he's returning.
No. You know what's funny? You know why I think Rob Van Dam's gonna win the match? You know why?
Why?
Because in TNA, his nickname was No Job Rob. So I don't think he's gonna job.
Would you really call losing the Money in the Bank a job, though?
You don't get the nickname No Job Rob.
He didn't job to anyone. I know.
Jobbing means losing. He's not gonna. Yeah, but I don't know. No Job Rob. It's not gonna job in this match. Yeah, continue.
Fair enough.
Hey, you wanna know my thoughts? Wait, you said your number 1 was Daniel Bryan, number 2 was RVD, and number 3 was CM Punk, right?
No, my number 2 is not RVD.
Just choose somebody quick.
Fuck. Who? You know what? Number 3 is number 2 is Christian. Just
fuck yeah, good choice.
because I can.
I approve. Yeah, I approve. Anyways,
I know he's not gonna win, but he's my dark horse pick.
Sleeper too.
Sleeper pick.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, my thoughts. Well, what can I say? It's an interesting cast for both briefcase matches. This one, for example, is the good guys, you know. But to be honest, I feel like it's all eyes on the return of RVD. What better way to make him have an impact than instantly winning the WWE Money in the Bank All-Star match briefcase to maintain his high level of interest and the whole hype thing, you know, because freaking he got like all the promos of freaking Monday Night Raw. Like RVD winning this, RVD winning that. So like they have plenty of hype with this, but having him in a high profile match at SummerSlam, then cashing in when the match ends would be freaking amazing. But that being said, anyone in this match winning wouldn't seem to be out of place. Daniel Bryan can win the cash Money in the Bank and cash it on freaking Cena at SummerSlam. CM Punk can win and hold it for like the 3rd time, which is freaking amazing. But Randy Orton is always like you know
He can get a title shot the next night.
Yeah.
As evidenced by the night after the last time he was in a Money in the Bank.
Exactly, and plus if he wins, we're gonna have an Orton and Cena feud again at SummerSlam. As much as that's gonna happen, like as much as like that sounds really retarded and stupid, and we're seeing them too much, but I wouldn't care if I see Randy Orton punt Cena, because that would actually give me like that vibe again, saying that he got punched. Oh my god,
he's actually going heel again.
Fuck
yeah.
Exactly. And Sheamus is due for a title shot apparently.
No, like, he's not.
Freaking, and same thing with Kane. But at the time,
you don't need to be singing Kane's praises to me. I do that enough for both of us.
Yep.
But he's not getting it. We both know it. He's not getting it.
Plus, he isn't in the match, right?
No.
Yeah, he's not in the match.
No, he is in the match as of right now.
No, he's not in the match, actually.
When was he pulled?
He was pulled on Friday. I forgot, man. Because
they officially announced he was pulled?
Yeah. Because of the whole Wyatt family attack thingy.
Oh.
But, because I'm looking right now, I see, like, 6 guys. So, yeah. And me and Ghost actually had a discussion in rematch clause of who could be, like, the next person to be in this match. So, yeah, what are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to be in the match to replace Kane?
To replace Kane? Mysterio.
You know, that would have been a good choice. I said Mysterio too, but then freaking Ghost said, oh, he's one more injury from retiring or something like that. And I'm like, okay.
He is, but can you really think of a former WWE or world champion that is still on the roster that could replace Kane?
Yep.
Who?
Actually, 2 people. One believable and cool, and the other one, why not just give it to him? The first person, why not just give it to him? William Regal.
That would be stupid.
Why?
Did he ever win the WWE title?
No.
Did he ever win the World Heavyweight title?
Did he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, but he was kind of hinting that on Twitter. Just saying.
Except it wouldn't be an all-star Money in the Bank who the only participants are former WWE or World Heavyweight champions if you're going to have somebody in the match who's never held either.
But does he deserve it? But does he deserve... What do you mean what build-up? Freaking... I don't know, but like... I don't know, like him being in the match would be great, just saying. But
yeah, I'll give it to you. It would be a nice nod to William Regal, but...
Well, not to everybody. Freaking everybody wants where... If William Regal wins the Money in the Bank, it'll be a great time in the YWC and IWC. Because he fucking deserves it. But my second choice, which I think you won't complain that much, but I don't know if it's going to be, but what about Brock Lesnar?
The only
reason why I would...
say okay to Brock Lesnar is if you're gonna build towards a feud at
Yeah, that's what I'm
SummerSlam.
saying. Because CM Punk's not winning because he's gonna have a program with Lesnar. What people are saying, oh, Lesnar's gonna come in the match and screw CM Punk, but Kane being out of the match and need a replacement, why not have Lesnar there to stop CM Punk winning the Money in the Bank? Cool, huh?
That would work.
That would work, exactly.
I'll give it to you. That would work.
That would work. That would work. But if that happens, that would be cool. But people are also saying that maybe Bray Wyatt could be the next replacement.
No.
Dude. Take it in like this. If Bray Wyatt wins, it'll be too soon. But if Bray Wyatt is in the match and he plays a good role in the match and he gets himself noticed as being an extreme guy, at the same time, demonic dude who has this freaking gimmick. I don't know what the fuck his gimmick is. I'm kind of confused. It's like some hillbilly shit. But I don't know. I'm gonna get some hate.
Hillbilly cultist.
Help it exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing I was trying to imply. But if he shows himself good in this match, people might put some money on freaking Bray Wyatt having a great future in the WWE. Think about it that way, and don't think about him winning the match. Think about how.
Yeah, but again, all former WWE or World Heavyweight Champions. Why would you announce that if you're gonna put somebody who is not a former champion?
Because he has that presence, and plus WWE's fucking high on this guy, knowing that fucking he was the first segment on Raw, and he had and his debut, holy shit, his debut was fucking amazing.
I'll give you that he had a good debut.
It wasn't just a good debut. It was a debut as in if you fucking make a DVD saying Best of Raw 25 years, he will be on the DVD for sure. Having one of the best.
Yeah, but he didn't really do anything that has never been done before, though.
But he did something that no one ever did and came with a lantern. Fucking had that demonic cultist feeling and fuck that rocking chair and all that crap. It was
the rocking chair. I'll give you the rocking chair was amazing, but
the rocking fucking.
It was
chair.
A nice touch, but in terms of what he did in the debut, it was nothing special.
And his fucking theme song, man.
Theme song, I'll give you 2.
You know what? I'm just gonna look for the theme song right now. Where the fuck is it? It has to be somewhere.
I doubt it's been uploaded yet.
No. It's been released a long time because he used it on NXT. Oh, here it is.
Well, it's the same song that he used on NXT?
Yep. Yeah, but him being in the match would be amazing and all, but did I say who I think is gonna win the match?
No, not yet.
Wait, let me look at the list again.
You gave your pika bookings, but you haven't said who you actually think is gonna win. And yes, that is a good song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Good,
okay,
not great.
Okay, so yeah. No, it is great. It's great. It's great.
Well,
as
I hear it more, it might grow on me more.
Yeah, I like the Shield. But, okay, the thing about Daniel Bryan, as much as, he's your number one guy to win the match, as much as you want him to win the Money in the Bank thingy, the momentum he's having, he can just automatically just challenge John Cena, and John Cena would fucking accept it. Otherwise, so there's no point of him just winning the Money in the Bank because, him winning the Money in the Bank, then what's going to be the program from SummerSlam? Because everybody was saying that Daniel Bryan and John Cena are going to have a match on SummerSlam, so him winning the Money in the Bank is kind of out of the question if you're going to have that. But CM Punk, he has this feud with Lesnar, so he's not going to win it. Sheamus, we never spoke about Sheamus at all, but he has nothing better to do, to be honest, in WWE's eyes, even though we don't want him, and I hate Sheamus more than you hate Sheamus, just saying. But
I don't hate Sheamus.
I hate Sheamus. I hate Sheamus.
Find him boring.
Yeah, but I hate him for passion, and until he turns fucking heel, I don't give any shits about him. But in WWE's eyes, he has nothing better to do, so they might just give it to him. I hope not. And with Randy Orton, you can check.
Wait, you know what? Before you continue, If
What?
they give Sheamus the briefcase, are they gonna give him another stupid gimmick like King Sheamus, but instead they're gonna put him in a business suit and have him carry the briefcase like he's going to work?
Why the fuck would you pitch that gimmick at all? Stop.
To
But,
prove a point, it's scary.
You know what? I can book better than that. Watch. Fucking instead of he wins Money in the Bank. Inside of Money in the Bank, instead of the contract being in the Money in the Bank, it'll be filled with potatoes. So then, like,
I thought
every
you
time
said you were gonna do a better booking than that. That's not better. That's dumber, actually. If that's even possible.
Okay, you might feel that way, but like him using potatoes as a weapon is fucking hilarious. So, yeah.
Can you do it in WWE 13?
Why would you?
Because if you can, I'd love to see it.
No, but you can use a cup full of water and spray the water at a person, and he can get knocked out with the water. But yeah.
Oh God.
Like
Really?
Yeah, because I was playing recently and oh my fucking god. This is exactly what happened. It was like a freaking tornado tag team match. My partner got eliminated and then I was like, you guys don't team on me, and I was like, okay. And then a guy stepped out and I was having a one-on-one with the other guy, and then this guy would get a cup of water and then come in the ring and just splash me and always hit me. And I would always get knocked out. But I still won the match, but like that was freaking annoying as hell. But that's besides the point. So yeah, Randy could be a good choice because if you want him to turn heel and have a segment, freaking, I don't know. I don't want Randy winning, but RVD is my choice because believe in the hype. And my number 2 choice is. Oh, I didn't even mention Christian. Christian's my number 2 choice. I don't even need to talk about Christian. He's my number 2. I don't even need to talk.
That not as epic theme song as his original, but still good.
But you like his third version, right?
He never did a third version.
Yeah, the third version I linked you one time. You're like, oh, it's not better than.
It was never released or never used on TV.
Yeah, but
Until it's used on TV, he only has 2 versions of the song.
oh, that mindset. But okay, whatever.
Am I wrong?
I don't believe that because like fucking okay, if there's not another version of it, then what's the third version called then? Just nothing.
It's an unused theme. That's all it is.
Unused. Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it wasn't used on TV, which means Christian has only used 2 versions of the song.
All right, you have a point. Whatever. Next match. Oh wow, the World Heavyweight Championship match: Alberto Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. Your thoughts?
Ziggler's winning. If he doesn't win, fuck you, WWE. That is all.
That is all.
That is all.
Are you wait? So Biggie and AJ screwing Dolph Ziggler's out of the point in this match.
It could happen.
Okay.
I'll be very upset if it does.
Yep.
Then again, maybe that's the mark of a good heel, but I'd be pissed if it happened. Just because Dolph deserves better than that.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, but this match had great build, as I said, because they pulled a double turn in Chicago at Payback, and it was very impressive. Well, this will be a terrific match, in my opinion, and the 2 superstars paying attention will definitely have. Like, I'll be definitely paying attention to these 2 superstars. I want to see if freaking Alberto Del Rio get fully booed, and Dolph Ziggler's face turn is successful, I guess.
Yeah.
But what more can I say about this match? Oh yeah, also Ricardo Rodriguez got suspended.
I know, for
weed. And to be honest, that's a sad thing because I'm pretty sure like he was probably the main reason why Alberto Del Rio would get booed, because he's a heat magnet and a face magnet. He can play either role. Because he's like one of those guys you hate to love. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hate to love, yeah.
That's true.
But I hate to say it, but I feel like Del Rio is gonna retain. As much I said I hate Del Rio, so don't go like, oh my god, why'd you choose Del Rio? Like
No, I
it's
know why you chose Del Rio.
yeah,
Because how often does the champion lose the title in their first defense?
exactly.
No, trust me, I get why you're saying it,
Okay,
but
I know, dude,
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. But and plus, like, think about it. What's a better win for Dolph Ziggler? Him winning in Money in the Bank, or him winning at SummerSlam?
Yeah, I figured you were gonna say that.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna choose Del Rio here. But if Dolph wins, you can say I told you so the next night, and I won't even fucking care because Dolph Ziggler's the world champ.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's my thought about this match. So yeah, I guess we got to go to the main event now.
Well, no, there's still two more, man. Oh, no, we talked about the WWE one. Never mind.
Yeah. So the main event match, the WWE Championship match, John Cena versus Mark Henry. Your thoughts?
Best actor on television right now, Mark Henry.
Does he deserve
He
freaking?
deserves all the awards all at once for that retirement speech.
Would you
But
please?
he's not
Wait.
going to win the WWE title.
So would you please say the meme between Mark Henry and The Rock that was on the We Hate John Cena page? Could you please recite it?
I don't have it in front of me, but I think it went somewhere along the line of
Yeah.
wishes every day that he was as good an actor as Mark Henry. Something to that effect.
Yes.
Which is completely true, because Mark Henry is a better actor than Dwayne Johnson. And not just because of that one promo. Just everything he's done the last few weeks has been godlike compared to The Rock.
To be honest, like I might get some heat here or just some hate here with this comment, but I feel like this match really, really, really reminds me of 2 years ago where CM Punk faced John Cena for the WWE title. Cause it's okay. You might not think it this way, but I'm just gonna explain it briefly.
I kind of think I follow where you're going, but I'll let you say it.
All right. WWE creative. Well, CM Punk got a good win at what's that pay per view? Freaking the pay per view. Capital Punishment. No, I'm talking about their match at 2 years ago. This is WWE creative. Oh, okay, so he beat. I think he beat Rey Mysterio. He beat Rey Mysterio, right? Oh, his contract's expiring, right? Let's have a storyline where he says he's gonna leave, and he's gonna have a match when he leaves. So we're gonna give him like a WWE title shot because that's what he wants, and we're gonna have John Cena basically like pull up Batista on him and just like beat him in that match. But minus it's being a good match and all, but him losing that match and CM Punk can actually we'll leave him as that, and he won't ever come back to the WWE because his contract expired and etc. And we're like, oh yeah, good idea. And then all of a sudden, things didn't go WWE as planned because people actually cared about this match. People actually cared about the feud. It became a situation where if CM Punk didn't win the match, people will fuck shit up. And it would be great TV. And I was praying, a little bit of myself, praying that if John Cena would Super Cena in that freaking match, people will be beating children, will be beating women, and
We'll be beating niggers.
We'll be beating every race, no segregation whatsoever.
Exactly. We're bigots.
And
we're bigots on this show.
And it will open up the doors of WWE turning TV 14. But they're like, we can't do that. We have to say PG. Sorry, John Cena. We have to give it to fucking CM Punk. And then CM Punk won the match, and it ushered in the new cult of personality CM Punk that we have right now. Even though that's like a long story and it's kind of different from what Mark Henry's doing. Mark Henry's in that situation too, where he's the heel, but people are actually caring for freaking Henry winning this match because Henry deserves that title, number one. He's paid his dues. He's overdue of that title. And him winning that title will the ovation will be perfect because they're in Philadelphia and I'm
Him
pretty
winning
sure.
that title will allow
Yeah.
Cena to win the title back the next night, and then he'll be a 12-time champion, 4 away from tying Ric Flair's record, which will piss off even more people.
Well, I wasn't trying to imply that. I'm implying that.
I know what you were implying, but
I'm implying
I
that this
gotta
Mark.
play devil's advocate here.
Yes, stop doing that. Um,
Well, fuck you.
no, seriously, stop.
Go on.
But yeah, Mark Henry winning, and maybe this can be his potential last run, having the title for, please God, 6 months. Please God, 6 months. Having the title for like 6 months, but I kind of doubt it. But like, I'm just gonna probably say a far-fetched maybe 3-4 months. But yeah, and having a good title run, so that once he leaves, at least he has in his freaking resume, in his freaking credentials, in his freaking everything, that he was once WWE champion, so he won't fall into the lines of a William Regal or an et cetera, and et cetera, and et cetera, and he finally actually retire and actually have a great retiring, you know? Like, and the thing is, I really feel that John Cena is going to win this match, like, without a doubt, but a small part of me is saying that if Mark Henry wins this match, it will actually be like a highlight moment and freaking actually put over Mark Henry and actually put over the pay-per-view, too.
Then again,
Yeah.
didn't we say the same thing, that Henry had no chance of winning when he faced Orton for the World Heavyweight title?
No, not at all. No, not at all. You know why?
Why?
They were booking him as a monster. They were booking him as him, a freaking Randy.
Yeah, but he was Mark fucking Henry.
Yeah, but they were booking him. No, listen, they were booking him as a monster, as in freaking Randy can't RKO him, and I'm pretty sure Randy never RKO'd him in this match. In that match?
No,
Yeah.
he didn't. He tried a few times, and it was countered each time.
Exactly. So without a doubt, we all thought Mark Henry was winning that match. We just never thought it would be like
I
that.
just figured Orton was gonna pull a Superman and
Fuck you, man. Why would you think
that way?
No,
Because
no.
it's WWE.
Yeah, but WWE knows how to do good things now because they have I hope, a better creative team. Because like what they did with the Shield.
Coulter and Paul Bearer. I mean, Paul Heyman.
He said Paul Bearer too. Oh, Paul Bearer, rest in peace. But
at least I didn't say Chris Benoit on TV.
I know if you did, it'd probably be like, he said Chris Benoit. Okay, let's erase that and somehow put another guy saying Eddie Guerrero. How about that? Great idea, because he's a hero.
Yep.
But yeah.
Let's have him job to Ryback at one of our biggest pay-per-views.
Yes. Oh, Chris Jericho. But yeah. I might be far-fetched here. I might be like out of the ordinary here. I might be like, losing a point here, but I really don't give a shit. I want Mark Henry to win, and that's my choice. And if he wins, fucking, I will. What's a cool thing to do? I will
choke a chicken.
No, I
choke
will,
2 chickens.
I will. Oh, I have the perfect thing. I won't say the N-word for a month.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let's take that one step beyond.
Oh, fuck.
You will not say the N-word for the next 12 prediction videos.
No, screw you.
You can say it whenever you want when we're not recording prediction videos, but once the prediction video happens, you can't say it for the duration of 12 videos.
No, because I said a month, and a month is like one prediction video, so I won't say it in like one prediction video. But, okay, maybe 2 prediction videos. That's all I'm going to go. 12 is too much. I have to express my feelings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I must make my racist parents proud.
Exactly. They raised me well. They raised me in a way of, like, dissing all races, not just black people. But, yeah. But, James, you're a nigger. I say that because he doesn't watch his videos, but if he does, then I apologize, and it won't happen again. Yeah, that wasn't me just saying.
It was.
No.
Racist asshole Canadian.
No, think about it. Think about it like this. If I want to say the N word, I say it loud and proud. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
you said
right.
John Cena. I said Mark Henry. So
I
yeah.
didn't say Cena. I didn't even give my prediction yet.
But okay, go.
I don't care about losing a point since the points have never meant anything.
No, they
ever.
meant a lot. They meant a lot. They meant a lot. You know why they meant a lot?
Why?
Because like every time I beat you, it slowly diminishes the fact that you say I'm a bad booker. Remember that.
I actually gotta give him credit on that one.
Yeah, and so far I think I've been winning them. To be honest,
You
I
won
might
me.
I might be losing to Ghost because he's somewhat of a good predictor. But I know I've been winning a lot lately. But yeah,
You've
continue.
won the last maybe 2,
Pay-per-views.
maybe 3.
Pay-per-views.
But for a while, I was beating you back to back to back.
Yeah, because like I was in that era of like making funny prediction videos in which
Sure.
WWE. Yeah, so yeah. So yeah, continue. Who do you think is gonna win?
I don't care about losing a point here. I'll say Mark Henry just to be a cool kid, but I know Cena's winning. My prediction is Mark Henry because fuck logic. Last time I thought logically, Rock won or last time I predicted the way I wanted it to go, Rock won the WWE title and John Cena won the Money in the Bank, or won the Royal Rumble, so...
Wait, you chose CM Punk and you chose who else to win the Rumble? The Rumble?
I don't remember who I chose to win the Rumble. I think it was Kane, but I made a second pick of...
Oh, you and
I forget who the second person I chose was, but I know I picked Punk to beat Rock.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that bit me in the ass.
Oh, it really did. Like, if you saw the reaction afterwards, man. Like, it would have been that great if Robert wasn't there, because Robert, like, really likes being a dick. But yeah.
At least I wasn't like that fat guy who had his girlfriend record me being pissed off over CM Punk losing the title to The Rock.
Are you ripping on Pickle Boy?
I'm not ripping on him.
I think you kind of are. You're ripping on the great guy who has a YouTube channel called, I forget what's it called again, Kid Behind the Camera. That dude. You're ripping on that.
Actually, the video was on his girlfriend's channel, but okay.
Yeah. He destroyed some good games, man. What the fuck?
True. Actually, I can't even say true because I don't watch his channel. Or her channel, except for that one instance.
Also, if you didn't know, like, when Raw was in Charleston, North Carolina? No, Charleston.
Nah.
But, yeah, he was at Raw. And he recorded, like, some footage on Raw.
Okay.
Everybody was like, oh my god, Angry Grandpa, and etc. And, like, it was actually a funny video. I'll show you afterwards if you want. But, yeah. So, yeah.
Alright.
I think this is a good point of ending the video.
I think you're right. So, I am Silver, he's Pika, that was Robert who left about an hour ago.